Hey buddies, Mr. Pugly here, coming at you another Wonderlands video. Today, the topic of this video, as you probably saw in the title, is going to be the Queen's Cry. Now, the Queen's Cry does have some misconception in the community that I've been seeing being talked about and people giving false information about it. So I want to clear up some misconceptions, mainly due to its ability to deal spell damage, but it doesn't quite benefit from certain things that people are saying it does. But before we get into the meat and potatoes of the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch in the top right. You have no idea how much helps me out. And let's get into the video.
Legendary? Whoa! No way, dude!
Now, for those of you who don't know, Queen's Cry is one of the few guns in the entire game that actually gets spell scaling. There used to be another gun by the name of Thunder Anima that actually did get spell scaling way back in the day, but it's been hiddenly hot fixed out for some reason. So as far as I'm aware, Queen's Cry is the only gun that can actually deal more damage based on the amount of spell damage you have. So that basically means that as you get more spell damage on your build, you're going to deal more damage, as you'll just see in a few moments. Currently, I don't have anything to increase in my spell damage on my rings, and I'm going to make sure my spell weave stack completely decays so we can actually see the damage difference. As you can see right here, we did 365, and then if I equipped a spell damage ring, we would see then 410, as you guys saw right there. I'm trying to get only one pellet to hit so we can get an accurate demonstration, but there we go. We got 410, and as you guys saw before, without any rings, I deal 365, and if I were to equip a gun damage ring, of course, we're not going to see any difference in damage. We got 365 again there. Once again right there. So gun damage isn't going to do a dang thing for the Queen's Cry, but that isn't really the reason why I'm discussing the Queen's Cry. The reason why I'm discussing the Queen's Cry is that people have made the misconception that it's able to proc things such as Double Knot as well as Blast Gasp. Now, Double Knot and Blast Gasp are only procced when a spell hits a target. Now, I believe where the misconception is often drawn from is due to the fact that it does quote-unquote spell damage, or at least on Loot Lemon it does say dealing 300% frost splash spell damage, which is for all intents and purposes true, but essentially what that really means is that it's scaling with spell damage, not actually dealing spell damage. It doesn't actually even proc anything that procs from hitting with a spell, so keep that in mind. A lot of people think that it procs Double Knot, but even if I have maxed out Double Knot, my damage is not going to change a single bit. Some people thought, oh, it's only the meteors that are actually doing that, because it literally says it's spell damage from the meteors, but neither the bullets nor the meteors proc Double Knot or Blast Gas. I'm going to respec into Blast Gas so you can kind of try to see an explosion from Blast Gas, because it's a lot more noticeable than Double Knot. Because with Double Knot, you're really just only looking for the huge damage number that occurs from actually proccing Double Knot. But say if I were to just put random points in here until we get to Blast Gas, you won't see any noticeable difference in damage. Right here, we have 6 out of 5 on Blast Gas, just because I guess I have a class mod that increases my Blast Gas. And if I were to just shoot the target over and over and over, we're not going to see any explosions or any extra explosions that is irregular to the Queen's Cry. So the Queen's Cry, of course, does the splash damage from the meteors, but we're not seeing any additional explosions with the Blast Gas. And you might be thinking, well, the Blast Gas might not be spawning it, but it literally has a 20% chance to proc, and every single time we shoot our bullets, we get 5 bullets to come out of this gun, as well as a ton of meteors to come down to the target, as you saw right here. We're not seeing any extra effects at all. It's really weird that a lot of people are making that misconception and saying like, hey, it procs this and this and this, and I think it might have been just one person that has maybe said it was fact and someone spread it around, because I even caught bigger faces in the community that are really well known for theory crafting that even said that it does, but it doesn't. Maybe I know this is a stretch, it's possible this has happened before. It might have got patched out, might have done it in the past, but it no longer does it at the moment, so keep that in mind. So once again, this main purpose of this video is just to clear up that misconception. If someone says it does, point into this video, it doesn't. There's solid proof that we're not getting a single Blast Gas to happen at all. You might be saying, well, it doesn't proc on the dummies, but it for sure does. I've had other videos where it does proc on dummies. on both Double Knot and Blast Gas, so unfortunately it does not proc on this. It'd be really cool if it did. It's not procking on the taser either, so don't think it's going to proc on the taser, nor does it proc on the, I think, micro missiles. Yeah, micro missiles. So it's not going to do that either. Queen's Cry is just incapable of procking the skills and any other skills that proc on spell damage. So keep that in mind. It'd be really cool if it did, honestly. But for now, it really just is used to deal extra damage with a spell damage build, optimizing your spell damage as much as possible and still being able to use a gun to the full capability, which is awesome. But I digress. I appreciate you guys watching till the end. If there's something that you feel like I should test and maybe demonstrate to the community, please feel free to comment down below. I'd be willing to really test anything that you guys have ideas on and maybe even report it if it's interesting enough. I felt like this was a topic that needs to be reported because it's commonly said that it is able to do this, which is just not able to. And as always, a big shout out to the members who make these videos possible. We got Clairvoyance, Rick and Glacius, Grey Wolf, Cameron, Witchkeeper, and Call Doctor. These are the people who support me as little as $5 a month on YouTube or Patreon, and you can also support me as little as $5 a month by clicking the link in the comments or description or in the top right to become a member. The more members we have, the closer I get to becoming full-time, which means more videos for you guys. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.
And the last shall be first to immerse in a pass out heat, facing him out with a moxie melt till he woke up drowning in tchotchke hell. War in a cave with a torch on a wall, then a window arrangement of porcelain dolls.